Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Pratibha. Today we are going to discuss about the tooth discoloration. So what is tooth discoloration? Any change in the hue, color or translucency of a tooth due to any cause is called tooth discoloration. So what is the normal color? Normal color of the primary teeth is bluish white, whereas the normal color of permanent teeth is grayish white or yellowish white. So any change of this normal color to the another color is called as tooth discoloration. So the tooth discoloration is mainly classified into two types, that is extrinsic and intrinsic discoloration. In extrinsic discoloration, the discoloration will be seen only on the outer surface, which is mainly due to local origin such as tobacco stains, like that. Whereas in intrinsic discoloration, the color change is due to the presence of chromogenic material within the enamel or dentin or both. So in intrinsic, the discoloration will be seen inside the tooth structure, whereas in extrinsic discoloration discoloration will be seen only on the outer surface. So we will discuss about each one in detail. So first one is extrinsic discoloration. So what are the causes of extrinsic discoloration? It includes chewing tobacco, cigarette smoking, beverages like coffee, tea, and poor oral hygiene. All this comes under the causes of extrinsic discoloration. In case of chewing tobacco and cigarette smoking, the tooth color may change to yellow brown to blackish color. Whereas while consumption of the beverages like coffee, tea also, it will change to brown to black color. The tooth color may change to brown to black. Whereas in case of poor oral hygiene, the tooth may change its color to yellowish brown, yellow to brownish shades. So this extrinsic discoloration was classified by Nathu into three types, which includes N1 type, N2 type, N3 type. In N1 type, the colored material after binding to the tooth structure cause discoloration. That is, the color of the chromogen will be same as the color of the tooth discolored. So if we consume coffee, the color of the coffee is brown. So after the consumption of food, the tooth color will also changes to the brown color. Whereas in N2 type, the chromogen after binding to the tooth structure, it may change to another color. Suppose if we take brown color food, it may change to some other color like yellow or orange. So there will be change in the color of the tooth other than the color of the chromogen. Whereas in N3 type, the colorless material such as the colorless material or food after consumption will be changed into colored structure, which leads to the discoloration of the teeth. So this is about the extrinsic discoloration. In such cases, what we will do is we will do scaling and root planing. And with proper brushing also we can limit the discoloration to some extent. So next comes the intrinsic discoloration. So what are the causes of intrinsic discoloration? So the first one is decomposition of pulp tissue. It is the most common cause of the tooth discoloration, particularly if the pulp is necrotic. Often the pulp, if the pulp is necrotic, it often remains unnoticed because there will be no pain. So as long as the pulp is necrotic, there will be change in the color of the tooth. So if the duration of the necrosis is long, then the discoloration will be that much intense. Next comes the trauma. Traumatic injury of the tooth causes the blood vessels in the pulp to rupture, which leads to the diffusion of the blood into the dentin. In case of trauma, after the rupture of the pulp, there will be diffusion of the blood into the dentin, which causes the discoloration, which will be immediately after trauma. The tooth color will be changed to pink, dark pinkish color. After a few more days, the color of the tooth may change to pinkish brown color. So initially there will be dark pink color immediately after trauma, but later on after few days it will be changes to pinkish brown. So in this way there will be discoloration of the tooth. And next, pulpal hemorrhage during extirpation. In this condition, during extirpation of the pulp during pulpectomy or pulpotomy, there will be diffusion of the pulp into surrounding dentin, which leads to the discoloration of the tooth. Next comes the calcific metamorphosis. This is a condition characterized by rapid deposition of hard tissue. In this condition, there will be deposition of hard tissue within root canal. So in such conditions also there will be discoloration of the tooth. Next comes the filling materials. And filling materials like silver amalgam, copper amalgam, all these may lead to the change in the color of the tooth. And certain endodontic materials like certain root canal medicaments, all this comes under, all this may also cause the discoloration of the tooth. Next comes the aging. During aging there will be deposition of the secondary dentin, because of which there will be change in the color of the teeth. Next, systemic conditions, which may include jaundice and porphyria. In such conditions what will happen? There will be the deposition of the bile pigment into the tooth also. Generally the bile pigments deposit in the eyes skin. Along with that there will be deposition in the tooth also, which may lead to the discoloration. And in case of porphyrin there will be deposition of hematoporphyrin pigment, which may lead to the change in the color of the tooth. Next comes the genetic conditions. Certain genetic conditions like amelogenesis imperfecta, dentinogenesis imperfecta. These are the developmental disturbances. In amelogenesis imperfecta there will be defective formation of enamel. So there will be change in color of the tooth. Whereas in dentinogenesis imperfecta there is defective formation of the dentin. So here also there will be different color other than the normal. And certain medications, using certain medications during tooth development such as tetracycline is also most common cause of tooth discoloration. Next, iatrogenic discolorations. This may be caused by due to certain dental materials and certain inappropriate operating techniques. So in these conditions there will be the discoloration of the tooth. In such conditions what we can do is, if the tooth is non-vital like after pulp necrosis, then we can do the bleaching. So bleaching will remove the intrinsic discoloration to some extent. That is only in case of pulp necrosis. Whereas certain genetic conditions we cannot do anything. We have to place veneers in such conditions. But in case of pulp necrosis we can do bleaching. We will discuss the bleaching in detail in the next video. Thank you guys. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe.